What do you hear when people do the readings? What do you hear when we preach? I can tell you what my wife hears after listening to me all day long, and then she has to sit through and listen to one of my practice homilies. All she hears is whack, 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 whack. You know, kind of like the grown-ups in the Charlie Brown cartoons. But what do you hear? I've been told that it doesn't matter what we say, that people will hear what they want to hear. I don't mean to be cynical, but we hear what we tend to believe. We even do this with the media choices that we make. We align ourselves with those networks that are in alignment with our beliefs. Let me try this. What do you hear in this statement? We must protect the dignity of human life. Now, I've made this statement to a few people and asked what they heard, and surprisingly enough, I got different answers. I mean, if abortion was an important issue to them, then of course the response was we must protect the dignity of human life from the point of conception. And if capital punishment or euthanasia were important concerns, then the response would be we must protect the dignity of human life up to natural death. If poverty was an important issue, then we must protect and provide for the needy and help the poor. If immigration was an important issue, then we must free the oppressed or allow the oppressed, free the oppressed, and to provide opportunities for others. And then for some, it was protecting dignity meant protecting others from bullying. It seems to me that people heard many different things in that statement. It's as if our hearing was based upon our beliefs, what we believed important. But all issues that protect dignity in all its forms for all of human life are important. Very much like the example that Paul uses in the second reading, where the human body is constructed of many parts, all of them equal of importance, but none greater than the other. If one part suffers, then all parts suffer. If one part is honored, then all share in its joy. There was a small group of people who lived in a beautiful forest surrounded with all these trees. And the trees had different functions. Some of the trees bore fruit to provide food, and some had these large branches to provide shelter. Some had these large leaves to provide clothing. But in the center of this forest was a tree that was important to the woods people for only reasons that they understood. And the woods people would rally around this tree and do everything they could to protect it and to nourish it. But in doing so, they allowed the other trees to die. And soon they were only left with that one tree. The point I'm trying to make is just because someone isn't standing shoulder to shoulder with you protecting the tree that's important to you may just mean that they're protecting another tree in our forest. You know, all the responses that I heard about protecting the dignity of human life are consistent with the Catholic Church. Protect the innocent, provide for the poor, cure the sick, free the oppressed. And if this all sounds familiar to you, then congratulations, you were listening to today's gospel. For he unrolled the scroll and found the passage where it's written, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to bring glad tidings to the poor. He sent me to proclaim liberty to captives and recovery of sight to the blind, to let the oppressed go free, and to proclaim a year acceptable to the Lord. Help the needy, free the captives, heal the sick, proclaim the word. Help, free, heal, proclaim." This is Christ Ministries, and as Christians, this is what we are charged to do. Today, this scripture passage is fulfilled in your hearing. Are we listening?